Buenas tardes, estimadas familias. Estamos la noche de hoy acá reunidos en un momento muy especial para todos los que estamos presentes en la graduación de la clase 2025 del Colegio Internacional Puerto la Cruz. En unos instantes va a ingresar nuestro cuerpo docente y posteriormente ingresarán los estudiantes. Así que al momento de que comience la música, la marcha para iniciar, les invitaré entonces a estar de pie. Por los momentos esperemos pacientemente, en unos segundos, una vez inicie la música, nos ponemos de pie. Gracias. Nos ponemos de pie. mantenemos de pie para los himnos nacionales. Nos podemos sentar.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming tonight to honor this group of students. Every year when we start this ceremony with these two national anthems, it gives me pause, because the world is a complicated place. But these students and what we try to do here at this school, I think reflects on the best of pretty much everything, of just taking the time to listen to each other's anthems, to listen to what each other have to say, and to learn from each other, and to realize that we're all in this together. I am so proud of this class, and I am so eager to see what they do in the next phase of their careers. We send them off, I think, well prepared, and they all have chosen great paths. This group is a little bit special. So special that they came to me and said, "Mister, we know that we're only supposed to invite 2 people to speak on our behalf, but can we invite 3? I'm like, really? Of course. They've chosen 3 people to speak for them. And they're going to speak now, and I will invite the first one to come up now and speak, and then we'll do the other two in succession. Señora Laura, por favor. Ven.
Buenas tardes. Superintendente, señor Carso, miembro de la Junta Directiva, profesores, padres y representantes, y muy especialmente ahijados. Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Laura Veracierta y es para mí un honor haber sido escogida como madrina de este grupo de graduados y compartir este momento tan especial y significativo en su vida. Para mí ha sido maravilloso haber podido ver su crecimiento durante todo este tiempo de estudio y en CIPLC. Ustedes han dejado una huella muy valiosa para esta institución en la vida de cada uno de los que hacemos vida en CIPLC. Han crecido en sabiduría y conocimiento, demostrando respeto por los que rodean, recordando en esto, ese es el final, sino el principio de todo lo que puedan alcanzar en su meta, en nueva etapa, como los profesionales que se desarrollan en el área de ahora en adelante van a estudiar nueva meta con esfuerzo y sin rendirse nunca, y que donde llegue sea el ejemplo para los demás. Lo que con mucho trabajo se adquiere y más se ama. Muchas bendiciones para su vida y con mi corazón lleno de gratitud los quiero. Gracias.
Gracias, señora Laura. Next up, Ms. Nelson, please.
Good evening, families, friends, and fellow teachers, and of course, the incredible, unstoppable, occasionally distracted, always unforgettable class of 2025. Tonight is full circle for me. I've had the privilege of teaching many of you since the 8th grade. Meme, my favorite, who has a mind like a cinema reel, always spinning with imagination and color and story. Your creativity knows no bounds. Your encyclopedic knowledge of old movies is impressive. In conversations, you remind us that the classics still have something powerful to say. Maria, where is she? There she is. Maria, my favorite, who has never been afraid to speak her mind, always standing firm in her beliefs and courage and conviction. Your strong opinions sparked meaningful conversations that challenged us to think deeper and to grow. And through all of this, your kindness reminded us that honesty and compassion can go hand in hand. Andrea, my favorite, who has the kind of talent that turns a blank page into a whole world. Your pencil, crayon, paintbrush, marker seem to have no limits. If you can imagine it, you can draw it. You make your imagination come alive, a true talent and superpower. Minjun, my favorite, who has the quiet, steady presence during uncertain times, kind, caring, and always there, even if we only saw the top half of your face on Zoom. Behind that familiar forehead and eyes was a heart full of empathy and support. You reminded me that connection isn't always about what's visible, but about how you make people feel. Amjad, my favorite, who has always been polite and warm-hearted in every interaction, from when forgetting to put his phone in his backpack, but left it hanging outside of his pocket, which always brought a smile to our face. His thoughtful nature, algebraic expertise, and subtle humor made our days a little lighter and a lot more memorable. Braulio, my favorite, a fabulous writer whose words can move a room. When he's awake, that is. Between crafting powerful essays, persuasive speeches, and clever stories, he somehow managed to nap chin first on his water bottle with Olympic-level commitment. Alejandro, my favorite, who always had a smile and a piece of gum, laid back, kind, and effortlessly cool, he made every class feel a little more relaxed just by being there. Somehow he chewed his way through high school with charm, good vibes, and minty fresh confidence. Daniela, my favorite, whose words can stop a room, thoughtful, poetic, and wise beyond her years. Her intelligence shines not just in her grades, but in the way she sees the world and turns struggles into strengths. No matter the challenge, she never gets up. She just rewrites the ending. I'll always remember Daniela, who stuck with me in 8th grade. We had an after-school activity, and she's the only one that showed up. I had no idea you had to have 5, but we went ahead and persevered through a poetry class. And in the end, she did embrace poetry and even wrote a beautiful poem book full of Venezuela past, present, and future. Isabella, my favorite and the newcomer of the bunch. She came in quietly, like a soft rain, but turned her kindness and charm into her advantage. I also remember how impressed I was when she started learning sign language in her Genius project. It seemed effortless, though I know she put a lot of time and persistence into it. Your smile can light up the room. Fabiana, my favorite, who shocked me when she texted me one evening that she actually had seen me wear a shirt. She had one like it and wanted to wear it so we could dress like a teacher. I was so impressed, first off, that I had a shirt like a high school student, and that she reached out to ask me. I have the picture of us, and I will always treasure it. Also, a unique and color butterfly that she created for me in Genius Project. When I first met you guys, you were entering the 8th grade. Well, you didn't exactly enter it in the traditional sense. You logged in from your bedrooms. You started 8th grade during a global pandemic, a time when the biggest challenge wasn't just passing algebra and English, but remembering what day of the week it was. I remember those early Zoom days, me talking to a grid of boxes. You were there, sort of, but you were going through something none of us had a rule book for, and yet even in the midst of that uncertainty, you showed up. You figured out how to learn in pajamas. And look at you now. You have gone from confused 8th graders to confident seniors, from muted mics to becoming graduates with pride. You've survived tests, presentations, group projects, cell phone confiscation, and late lunch deliveries. You've become leaders, listeners, innovators, and yes, full-fledged geckos, small but mighty, adaptable and persistent. You've made us proud. You've shown us what resilience really looks like. You've taken everything thrown at you, and you've handled it with grit and grace. So here's what I want you to remember as you step to the next chapter. Life won't always come with clear instructions. It will be messy, sometimes unfair, occasionally awesome, and sometimes it'll feel like a surprise quiz on material that you've never seen. But don't panic. You've done this before. You already know how to adjust when the plan changes. You know how to ask for help, and you've proven that even in the face of the unknown, you keep going. And please don't forget where you came from. Once a gecko, always a gecko. Carry that weird little lizard spirit with you. Be adaptable, be fearless, blink in both directions if necessary, and call your moms. On a personal note, thank you for letting me be a part of your journey. From 8th to today, it's been one of the greatest privileges of my career. To watch you grow. I've learned from you. Sorry. I laughed with you and maybe cried once or twice. I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to see the weird and wonderful things that you'll do next. Congratulations, class of 2025, you made it. Now go out there and show the world what you can do. You're not just the future, you are the proof that we still have one. Thank you.
Buena suerte, profe. I'd like to call Profe Moreno to the mic.
Me la ha puesto muy difícil, Miss Kelly, con tan hermoso discurso. Pero lo más interesante es que extrañamente y de una forma muy distinta apuntamos a lo mismo, y es a la singularidad, y me estoy saliendo del guión, pero es a la singularidad de este grupo. Y le voy a decir algo que solo se lo dije a mi esposa hace unos días. Y hace unos días le dije, si yo pudiera dejar de trabajar este año, este sería el grupo con el que me gustaría retirarme. Y lo digo con el corazón en las manos, porque es que son especiales. Han sido especiales y estoy seguro que seguirán siendo especiales. Bueno, este sí fue lo que traje. Quiero comenzar agradeciéndoles la amabilidad que han tenido en pedirme que les preparara este discurso. Han hecho unas solicitudes y creo no haber cubierto sus exigencias. La verdad, el humor esta vez no me ha acompañado. Apenas se me ocurre decirle hoy, no vamos a sacar los equipos. Pero aquí estamos. Era necesario mirar hacia el Tao, el río que fluye y todo lo arrastra, llevando a cabo la tarea. Entre varios comienzos y algunos tropiezos perdí el hilo para escribir este discurso. Apurado por la necesidad, me puse a pensar en algún cuento que leerles hoy. Les prometo que no vamos a usar fichas para esto. El cuento lleva este título: de aquello que le aconteció a un profesor listillo con un grupo de alumnos muy doctos. Hablando el conde con su criado, le vino a preguntar por aquella vez en la que un profesor quiso reprobar a un alumno por encontrarlo hurgando entre sus papeles. Entendiendo el criado que un viejo cuento podía servirle al conde, le dijo esto: había una vez un muchacho que, llevado por el apuro, acabó curioseando unos archivos. Habiendo entre ellos algunos poemas sueltos, puso el muchacho orden en el desorden. Viendo el profesor lo que ahora leía, se convenció que aquel que había mirado lo suyo era en realidad un poeta. Sí, Alejandro el poeta. Cuando el conde escuchó esta historia, se acordó entonces de otra cosa que le había contado aquel profesor. Se trataba de una alumna que dudaba constantemente sobre si, habiendo ido ya a una escuela, estaba bien que estuviera en otra. Entendiendo el criado que había un cuento que podía servirle al conde para orientar al atribulado profesor, le contó esto. Había una muchacha que, sabiendo nadar en el mar, se inscribió en una escuela para nadar en el río. Sintiéndose al principio como pez en el agua, pronto descubrió que la corriente era distinta y que entonces le costaba mucho más nadar. Exhausta, al final de cada jornada, la muchacha se preguntaba si había elegido bien. Un día, teniendo que viajar lejos, el barco en el que navegaba naufragó en un delta y allí, sabiendo distinguir la diferencia entre el agua dulce y sus corrientes y el agua salada y las suyas, Isabela, que así se llamaba esa muchacha, pudo ayudar a todos. Pasaron los días y cuenta la historia que el profesor fue una vez más a consultarle al conde. Tenía un discípulo que era furor y era calma. Y esto lo asustaba. ¿Qué cuento podía contarle? El criado recorrió tal vez los cuentos de Cherezade, esa narradora árabe, y encontró esta historia. Una noche la tormenta lanzó rayos, truenos y relámpagos. Durante toda la noche, sin parar, cayó sobre la montaña, pero en la mañana la montaña estaba allí, firme como siempre, y el agua de la tormenta era la savia familiar, el sentimiento profundo que alimentaba a aquella mole. Y entonces supo que para que haya montaña ha de haber tormenta. Anjat era su nombre. Se cuenta en el libro de las 1001 noches que Sherezade debió hilar historia tras historia. Pensando tal vez en eso fue que el criado se apuró a hablarle al conde de los siguientes versos. Seguro que el profesor los necesitaría para una de sus discípulas, aquella que flexible voló entre mundos distintos. Nutre y se nutre el pequeño pájaro. Vuela y vuelve a volar el pequeño pájaro, que como el viento se transforma, que lleva y trae, que hace nudos y construye redes. Fabiana se llamaba el gorrión. Y entonces ese alumno de rostro colorado hizo un reclamo. Trazó una línea tan recta como firme, pidió explicación, y el criado, cruzándose con el profesor un día de mercado, le habló de la dulzura de la palabra justa, de la mirada ladeada y la sonrisa exacta, de la energía puesta en el deseo del movimiento preciso. Braulio era su nombre. Y esa dulzura se acercó a la inocencia cuando el conde le leyó al profesor este cuento en un libro de fábulas. Había una vez un enorme elefante asiático a quien todos temían al ver de lejos. Era tan grande que podía ser usado como torre de observación, pero tan grande como su cuerpo era su vaciedad de prejuicios. Por eso podía arropar a todos, porque a todos daba cobijo y atención. Tenía un nombre difícil de pronunciar, Minjum. Cuando el conde le contó aquella historia de inocencia al profesor, este pensó irremediablemente en algo que suele aparecer cerca de ella, la autenticidad. Entonces el conde le pidió al criado que le contara al profesor alguna historia sobre ella. El criado se limitó a decir: la piedra preciosa puede parecer dura, pero nunca dudarás de que sea una piedra. Y, sobre todo, si llegas a necesitar una piedra, ella te ayudará, con gusto, siendo piedra. Y además brillará. María era la piedra. La resistencia de la piedra es también transformación, dijo el criado. Entonces dijo el profesor: háblame de eso. Tengo una alumna que no comprendo. Es sencillo, dijo el criado. Es la historia del pez rojo. Debe volver a subir por el río y cada vez la corriente era más fuerte y el curso cruza altos cañones. Él llegó a creer que no podría, pero se ha transformado. Ha usado los pies para caminar siendo un pez, ha usado las alas para volar siendo un pez y ha nadado, se ha transformado. Creando día a día, seguirá llegando tan lejos como quiera llegar. Andrea se llama el pez. El profesor estaba sorprendido. Tal vez había comenzado a comprender algo. Entendió que en los últimos 3 años había tenido que abandonar muchas ideas, pero había aprendido muchas cosas con estos alumnos doctos. ¿Y de dónde sale tanta energía?, preguntó. Seguro, dijo el criado, hay una alumna que es un huracán. Arrastra a los otros. Ellos a veces se le resisten, pero el huracán sigue bramando y con cada bramido vuelve a crear. La idea se hace voz, Meme reimagina el mundo, la voz se hace acción. Reunidos una vez más el profesor, el conde y el criado, vinieron a hablar de las inseguridades del primero, de lo poco sabio que se sentía frente a un estudiante que lo abrumaba con sus preguntas. Quisiera que no preguntara más, dijo el profesor. Entonces el criado le dijo que agradeciera cada pregunta. Las preguntas descubren y construyen mundos. crean realidades. Deseo que esa alumna siga haciéndose y haciendo preguntas, dijo el criado. Escuchando esto, recordó el conde un haiku que había leído en un viejo legado en la corte. Rayos de sol, curiosidad perenne, iluminan hoy. Dani se llamaba la curiosa. El profesor listillo encontró los cuentos de provecho y decidió leerlos a sus alumnos doctos un día como hoy. Chicos, miro hacia el futuro y me resulta difícil imaginarlos. Es más fácil imaginarme a mí sentado a la orilla de la playa y entonces alguien se me acerca y me estira un teléfono y me dice: supo del venezolano, de la venezolana que creó, que descubrió, que ganó, que anotó. Para ver, así, eso se veía venir. Esa fue alumno mío, fue alumna mía, fue un senior de la clase del 2025. Los quiero mucho, los voy a extrañar un montón. Gracias por todo.
Bueno, si tienen duda, el profesor es profesor de literatura. Pero no solamente literatura, sino literatura avanzada. One of the things there's so many things I love about this school, but our size allows us to do something that most schools don't even think about doing and logistically can't do. We allow and offer our students the chance to speak on this graduation day. Not just one student or two students, but all of the students. And so I'm going to call the students up now to speak, and we're going to do it in alphabetical order. And so Meme, you are up.
Well, this isn't fair. Time has always been my greatest enemy. I seem to always find myself either too late or too early. Ask anyone who knows me in this room. Any teacher will tell you about my struggle with deadlines. Any friend of mine will tell you how I'm at least an hour late to any hangout. And when I go out with my family, they always have to wait for me before leaving the house. Time doesn't care if I start getting ready 3 hours earlier or if I plan to finish a project a week in advance. It always screws me over. Because of this, I've learned to dread it. Most of my life has been spent looking at clocks and begging them not to change, begging them to turn back and give me 3 more minutes, 2 more seconds, 1 more evening playing shop with Andrea, 1 more blown up microwave with Daniela, 1 more class pretending to do IELTS with Maria, 1 more lunch break stealing Minjun's food, 1 more one-sided movie night with Paola, 1 more play with Isabella, 1 more fight with Tomas, 1 more time eating Fabiana's pizzelas, one more just dance with Patricia, pardon. 1 more annoyed look from Braulio, 1 more song from Alejandro, and 1 last joke from Amjad. I beg for those days when I lived with my brother, the pirate, my dad, the beast that danced me goodnight, and my mom, the hero of all my stories. The days when La Doña and Rafucho were the greatest poets I've ever known, and Tita and Gito, the coveted treasures I've learned to keep. I'm so sorry. These are the memories I would hold on to each time I blew a candle. Too scared that if I let go, I'd be left hollow. But that was until CIPLC gave me 2 of its greatest lessons. Lesson number 1, everything changes. Teachers, friends, and even pandemics come and go. There's never a guarantee that the people you see in one semester will be the same that you see on the next one. One of the only facts that we can rely on in life is that things, even ourselves, our relationships, will change, no matter how much we want them not to. A very scary thought until you learn lesson 2. In little ways, everything stays. People make people, and I am a collection of every person I've met at CIPLC. I, like many in this room, am made from Mr. Corey's caring attention, Miss Sinai's kindness, Mr. Moreno's open mind, Miss Nelson's loving rules. Oh my God, I got lost. Mr. Krause's pop culture knowledge, Miss Borguera's unforgettable test, Mr. Byers' eccentric lessons, Miss Jezebel's caring criticisms, Miss Paola's gossip, Mr. Wendell's biology puns, Miss Terry's sweet cookies, Mr. Carlson's morning laugh, Mr. Jairo's unwavering support, and of every music note tucked into my heart by Miss Judy, Miss Mendoza, Marcel, Maria Elena, Sonia, Diego, and Omar. I have these people to thank for the person I am today. Thanks to them, I no longer see the point of finding the clock, because even though my brain may forget, these people, the people whom I've grown up with for the past 19 years, everyone in this room, the memories of our lives live deep within the parts of my soul I can't ever touch. Now that the 43 weeks are over, and we have reached week 0, I leave you with a closing line from one of my favorite movies. It says, I know this will be old story someday, and our pictures will become old photographs. We all become somebody's mom or dad. But right now, these moments are not stories. This is happening. You are alive. And you stand up and you see the lights on the buildings and everything that makes you wonder. And you're listening to that song and that drive with the people who you love most in the world. And in this moment, I swear, we are infinite. Thank you.
Braulio, you're up.
For my whole life, I've always been desperate for change. Being the son of an expat, I was not only accustomed to it, but I also expected it, waiting for it eagerly. To give you a better idea of what my life was like, it was a miracle that I'd remained in the same place for longer than 3 years throughout my early childhood. Hell, I moved to a whole different continent at just 3 months old. That was until my father was given his last assignment here in Venezuela back in 2016, where once again, my family had to pack up all our things, moving from Calgary, a first world winter wonderland, to Lecheria, a third world tropical paradise consumed by the avid corruption of an unscrupulous government. Having just finished my 3rd grade year, moving into 4th grade, I thought this assignment would be just like all the prior ones. We'd move, my sister and I would go to the international school available in the area, we'd stay 2 to 3 years, and we'd leave everything behind once again as we've always done. But as I stand here today, you can see that these thoughts couldn't be further from the truth. As I approach my 9th year living here in Venezuela, and the time for change inches ever closer with each passing moment, I can say that for the first time in my life, the idea of leaving has challenged me like it never has before. Venezuela, and Lecheria specifically, has become my home. It is here where I found my cultural identity. It is here where I found my love of sports. It is here where I learned how to drive. It is here where I fractured my first bone. It is here where I went through middle and high school. It is here where I made my first true friends. And in general, it is here where I've grown into the young man I am today. Looking forward, a lot of the people I see in front of me were right alongside me on this journey, watching me transform from the selfish, antisocial little 8-year-old I was to the person you see up on this stage. Fabi, on a day just like this 6 years ago, I remember my 6th grade self sitting in the Mare Mare Hotel auditorium, looking up at you in awe as you gave your own high school graduation speech. The first thing you said to me, and I quote, was, "Braulio, I know I'm a pain in the butt for you." And despite how true that may be, you have been one of the key contributors in creating the person I am today. In your speech, you spoke about the tough love you gave me when I was younger. And even though I may not have understood it then, thinking you were just cruel, as I've grown up, I've come to understand your purpose. Without me knowing, you created a tough skin around me that has allowed me to persevere and prosper in the face of any obstacles that are put in front of me, no matter how harsh or challenging a situation may be. I can truly say that nothing will ever be harder to deal with than your snarky teenage personality, and that brings me peace as I move on to lesser challenges, such as university. Jokes aside, at this point in my life, as much as I hate to admit it, you were the person I strive to be like the most. You have always been a great role model for me and pushed me to be the best version of myself that I possibly can, whether it be directly or indirectly, with me just trying to be the best, better than you. So for that, thank you. Andrea, there's so many things I could say to you. I truly believe there is no human on this earth who loves me more than you do. And I hope the belief is likewise. As Fabi pushed me to be better, you have always been her loving counterpart. Throughout my life, you have always been my rock, unfaltering and always there for me when I need you. Even when I was going through some of the most challenging times of my life, where I felt there was no one to turn to who would understand what I was going through, you were there with open arms, being my voice of reason, who never failed to make me feel better. There are no words to express just how much I truly look up to you, Andrea. You were the first of the batch, and with that came challenges that neither me nor Fabi had to face. You're stronger than you know, and your impact has not gone unnoticed. Even though I was very young when you left home, the distance has had no effect on our relationship, so as I move towards a new stage of my life, I'm sure our bond will only continue to grow. I love you, Bichita, and you will always be my number one, and the only one with access to my inner child. Fabi and Andrea, I love you both so much, and even though I may be physically bigger than you now, I'll always be your little brother. Mamá, ¿qué haría sin ti? Por más de que a veces pueda parecer que no aprecio todo lo que haces por mí y hay momentos que no te lo demuestre lo suficiente, quiero que sepas que no hay un momento que no piense en lo afortunado que soy de tener una mamá tan increíble como tú. Desde el momento que yo tengo memoria, siempre ha sido el motor de nuestra familia, impulsando a cada uno de nosotros a lograr nuestras metas, hasta si eso implica poner las tuyas a un lado. Sé que no soy la persona más fácil con la que convivir, y por más que te vuelva loca, y por más que me vuelvas loco a mí, puedo decir sin duda que si no fuera por todo lo que haces, yo no sería el hombre que soy hoy. Eres la pega que mantiene unida a nuestra familia, y aunque nos burlemos mucho de ti, muchísimo la verdad, siempre lo hacemos con cariño y amor. Eres una mujer fuerte, determinada y valiente, y eso es algo que espero que nunca se te olvide. Yo sé que todos te volvemos loca, mamá, pero es porque tú eres la que buscamos primero cuando tenemos cualquier tipo de problema, y siento que eso habla mucho sobre ti y lo valioso que eres como persona y como madre. Te amo mucho, mamá, y no hay suficientes palabras para describir el agradecimiento que te mereces, aunque en el momento puede parecer que no extrañaré a todos tus gritos, porque son lo que le da vida a nuestra casa y lo que nos mantiene el camino correcto a todos. Cuando llegue el momento del primer día de clase allá en España, que me despierte sin la canción Good Morning de Kanye West, definitivamente va a ser un momento agridulce para mí. Pero sé que voy a estar preparado gracias a la crianza que me brindaste. Papá, eres el hombre que me enseñó lo que es la vida. Desde que soy un bebé, la conexión que he desarrollado contigo es algo verdaderamente especial. Siempre has sido un hombre muy trabajador y gracias a tus esfuerzos me has podido brindar a los 18 años cosas que la mayoría de la población no podrá ver en su vida. Gracias a ti he conocido a 10 países. Gracias a ti hablo 2 idiomas. Gracias a ti tengo una casa. Gracias a ti tengo educación. Gracias a ti tengo para comer todos los días, a veces hasta más de lo que debería. Gracias a ti puedo seguir mis pasiones y gracias a ti tuve la oportunidad de estudiar en cualquier parte del mundo que quisiera. Gracias a ti no tengo preocupaciones más serias que lo que voy a hacer en el fin de semana. Igual, sabiendo todo esto, lo que eclipsa todas estas cosas es el hecho de que a pesar del gran esfuerzo que has hecho trabajando para tu familia, lograste ser un buen padre a la vez. Aunque no siempre estás en casa a causa de tu trabajo, siempre estuviste presente en mi vida y la de tus hijas, dándonos el apoyo moral y el amor que muchos padres no consiguen darle a sus hijos. Todavía me acuerdo de chiquito cuando me quedaba sentado en la puerta de la casa, esperando el momento que sonara el timbre, sabiendo que ibas a estar tú del otro lado, para por fin darte un abrazo después de días sin verte. por más de que pasabas mucho tiempo fuera de casa, los momentos que pasaba contigo valían oro. Y hoy esto sigue siendo igual. Eres la persona en mi familia a la que yo más me parezco, lastimosamente físicamente. Y afortunadamente de carácter también. Has sido mi guía en esta vida y las palabras que me has brindado a través de los años las llevaré conmigo por el resto de mi vida. Algún día, cuando yo tenga mis propios hijos, les contaré de ti así como tú me contabas a mí sobre tu propio padre. Y con la gloria de Dios, espero ser la mitad del padre para ellos como tú lo fuiste para mí. Te amo, papá. To my friends, thank you for accompanying me on this wild journey. Some of you I've known longer than others, and some important people before they were able to reach this summit with us here at CIPLC, but I truly would not have been able to do it without you. As we all move on to a new stage in our lives, some connections will fade as some will continue to shine. But what will never be forgotten is the time we spent together as a class. 20 years from now, we're all going to look back and remember sharing the same space 5 days a week, 8 hours at a time, and we'll think, thank God I escaped those people. Jokes aside, we'll remember the good and we'll remember the bad. And I hope we'll all look back on the experience fondly, keeping these memories of our youth in a safe place, despite how much we may have suffered along the way. As I stand here in the school for what potentially may be the last time, I leave at peace, knowing we left our mark as a class. To my teachers, I'd like to say thank you to all for the role you played in creating the mind you see before you today. I know I'm stubborn, I know I might have been a pain for some of you, and I know I may not have always had the best attitude here at school, but I sincerely do appreciate your efforts in shaping my academic persona. Having been at the school since 4th grade, I can say that a lot of you have truly changed my life, and that I wouldn't have changed the school for the world, despite all of the hardships and road bumps we may have faced along the way. I'll definitely miss being late 4 times a week, sleeping in strange positions, and having made all your lives just a little bit more challenging this year. But I'm sure the future classes will do just fine at filling in this role. Once again, I cannot stress this enough. Thank you to absolutely everyone who made not just my own graduation, but that of all the students here possible. If you're in attendance here today, for one reason or another, you played a role in contributing to the process of getting our class to graduate. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Amjad, you ready? Come on up.
Hello, everybody. A couple of days ago, I recalled my father telling me at the beginning of the year, with 100% certainty, muchacho, tú no estás para ningún lado, yo. Tú se vas a quedar aquí al lado mío. And looking back at that, I don't know if I should laugh at my rebellious objection of leaving and pursuing my own dreams, or cry at the fact that I'll probably be video calling them, telling them that my oven blew up and my apartment's on fire. Mom and Dad, I have always stayed within your little bird's nest and never really learned how to fly because everything was handed to me. I never had a reason to jump, to take that leap of faith, but the time has come for this little bird to spread its wings and show you that he's not so dependent anymore, that he's become a man who promised to uplift your pride in the face of criticism, and one who swears by the fact that he will give you back the world for making him the person that you see before you today. Mom, I truly appreciate the patience you have with me because I know I can be obnoxious sometimes, and by sometimes, I mean most of the time. I question myself every single day on how you manage to arrive home after being stuck in a classroom with a bunch of crazy little booger-eating creatures and still have the strength to pull off making dinner for us. Hayete ente. You have been my hero ever since I was a little kid. While Dad was always caught up at work, you were there with me, using your teaching skills to mold your child into a future superhero as well. You taught me that kindness always finds its way back, that you never fight fire with fire, and that what you put into the world is what the world will give you back. You've taught me the importance of staying grounded and humble, and most importantly, that it's never too late to pursue your dreams. Baba, tus maneras de enseñarme definitivamente eran bastante diferentes a comparación de las de mi mamá. Tú siempre supiste sacar lo mejor de mí, siempre supiste que dentro de mí había más por sembrar, más por lograr. Me acuerdo los días de cuarentena que me llevabas a ayudarte con el container o me llevabas de cajero para el centro de Puerto para ver cómo era la vida fuera de mi casa. Te agradezco que me hayas enseñado mucho más de lo que solo se aprende en el colegio. Te agradezco por fortalecer mi relación con Dios y lo más importante, te agradezco por poner una sonrisa a pesar del cansancio y agotamiento que te produce el trabajo. Papá, yo sé que te cuesta verme lejos de ti, aunque te hagas el duro y no lo admitas, pero prometo no defraudarte y hacer todo en mi poder para que te sientas orgulloso de mí. Wala mumkin insa asli. Ado, I don't know whether you're actually going to miss me or if you're internally celebrating the fact that I'm going to be 7,258 kilometers away from your bedroom. However, what I am going to tell you is that it's your turn now. Te toca ser el hombre de la casa y la mano derecha de tu madre. I know for a fact you'll prove to be the man you have promised me to be. You have so much that's yet to be proven to anybody. And like I've always said, there will be people in your way who will try to knock you down, people in your way who won't believe in you, but you must only prove those things to yourself. Never feel like you owe anything to anybody, because when they see you shine, those same ones who doubted you will all want a piece of you. I love you, and even if you don't believe me, I will always be here for you, and will always be your #1 supporter. Thank you for showing me how important it is to love with your heart and give back with your smile. To wrap things up, thank you to my classmates for giving me a reason to come to school every day and put up with this. I owe you guys more than I could ever express, and soon we will all be planting our own seeds in the earth's endless soil and have the opportunity to write our own narratives to place in life's library. I love you all and wish you everlasting happiness and success. Thank you for indelible memories and endless laughter. This is not written on the script, but I want to thank every CIPLC member and everyone in our community. You guys have all shaped me and helped me become the person I am today. I've been here for 14 years and I've never stepped foot outside of CIPLC, and I don't think there's anyone as much of a gecko as I am. I will always carry this place everywhere I go. I mean, I know this school more than I know my own home, and I could never give enough thank yous to all of you. I love you all so much, and I love this community, and I will never forget it. Thank you, guys.
Fabiana, come on up.
It's hard to write a graduation speech to say goodbye to the people you have spent most of your life with. To be honest, I will never find the correct words to express the love and gratitude I feel for the people sitting in front of me today, all of you. Without the families of each of them, with our teachers and us, this day could not have been the same. When I first entered CIPLC, I was scared of not meeting the expectations the school promises. As a 7th grader, being unable to understand a single word that the teacher said due to the language barrier made me feel inferior to the rest. What I didn't know was that CIPLC was going to be a second home. What looks like a small campus for most is instead a place that has changed me forever and holds the most incredible memories of my entire life. Seniors, even though we complain about being only 10 students, even though we complain that we're tryhards, or that everyone completed the homework after we agreed that we were not gonna do it, I wouldn't choose a better class to be here with. I'll miss Andre eating all the ice from her water bottle so she won't fall asleep in class. I'll miss Isa's hamburgers and pasta with broccoli for lunch. I'll miss Amja's smile, which not only brightens anyone's day, but also shows how special his heart is. I'll miss Braulio's endless teasing. I'll miss Alice's message that could never be missed every night telling me, Fabi, ¿qué tenemos de tarea para mañana? And his inability to hide that he's copying word by word my answers. I'll miss Maria's messages letting us know the second a teacher updated the grading Alma. I'll miss Danny's most famous quote. That's so disrespectful. De verdad no puedo creer que digan eso. She said it every time the voice gave an opinion. I love you, Danny. I will miss Mema's countdowns every Monday, reminding us how many weeks we had left until today. It seems like yesterday when you first said 43 weeks left. I'll miss having to wake up Minjun during the APs or actually any test that we have ever taken. To my family, gracias mamá por sacrificar tanto por mí. Eres lo mejor que tengo y todo lo que he logrado y voy a lograr siempre será gracias a ti. Gracias por educarme y hacer de mí una niña de bien con respetos y valores. Gracias, Cosi, por llegar a nuestras vidas cuando más te necesitábamos. Me ofreciste la oportunidad de entrar a CIPLC a pesar de que no era tu obligación hacerlo. Gracias por amarme, cuidarme y enseñarme como tu propia hija. Y también por consentirme más que a mi mamá. Verlos feliz y orgullosos hoy de mí es mi felicidad más grande. Los amo muchísimo y espero seguir enorgulleciéndolos todos los días. Chiqui, mis tíos, tías y primos, gracias por ser la mejor familia del mundo, por darle tanta felicidad y también tremendura a mi vida. Los amo muchísimo. Mila, eres como mi segunda mamá. Te voy a extrañar mucho cuando me toque limpiar y cocinar sola en Washington. Papá, gracias por venir hoy. Te amo muchísimo y gracias por estar compartiendo esto conmigo hoy. Nonita, gracias por consentirme y hacerme la mejor comida que puede existir en el mundo. Te voy a extrañar demasiado cuando esté comiendo en el comedor de la universidad. Y por último, pero el más importante, Nono, eres la luz de mis ojos. Sé que no puedes estar aquí hoy conmigo, pero estoy segura que desde la casa eres el que está más orgulloso de mí. Lastly, to the students who will continue their journey here at CIPLC, please remember to wear those shirts with honor and pride, because this school is special. Meanwhile, the class of 2025 will forever be proud to call ourselves geckos everywhere we go. Thank you.
Minjun, come on up.
Hello? Sorry. Okay. Let's keep it simple and heartfelt. That was my first thought when they asked me to prepare a graduation speech. Honestly, I'm not the type to write long paragraphs to share my feelings. Let's be real. I'm too lazy for that. But just this once, let me be different. Just because it's my graduation. Just because this moment will never come again. Just because it's the last time I'll stand here as a high school student, looking at all of you, not just as classmates, but as family. It's funny how time works. One day we're just kids walking into the school without knowing anything, just trying to figure things out. And now we're standing here ready for something new. It's quite hard to believe how quickly the years passed, how much we've laughed, how many challenges we've faced, and how no matter what, we made it through. You know, this isn't a goodbye. It's just a pause before we meet again. Because no matter where life takes us, and no matter how far we go, the memories we've created will always be with us. So when you feel lost or overwhelmed, my friends, even if you are not that close to me, well, don't hesitate to reach out. I'll always be there. Or if it's a little bit more urgent, you can call 911. I hope that doesn't happen though. Teachers, thank you for all the knowledge you've shared with me. You've helped me learn, think, and grow in so many ways, although I'm quite lazy and sleep a lot. Your patience and dedication mean a lot, and the lessons you've taught go beyond books. They've shaped how I see the world. I truly appreciate everything you've done for me. Okay, now, to my beloved FB and Eugenia, who's not here. You have been more than just friends. You've been more like a second family to me. The challenges we've faced together, the laughter, the chismes, all that just made my life richer in ways I can't even express. Each of you has left an indelible mark on my heart, shaping me into the person I am today. As we part ways now, remember that this isn't the end of our journey. It's only the beginning of many new adventures. So go forward with courage. Chase your dreams. Live as you want. No drugs, though. Fail spectacularly. Failing is not bad. And never forget the moments that brought us together. Thank you for being the kind of friends that make saying goodbye impossible. I'll miss you all and carry our memories with me always. Goodbye for now, and see you soon. Goodbye, CIPLC. Wait. I'm not done yet. Okay. So now, to my family, I'm sorry I'm gonna speak in Korean right now because they might not understand what I say in English. 이제부터 엄마하고 아빠 그리고 누나한테 메시지를 전합니다. 예. 여기서부터 아무도 이해를 못하겠지만 그래도 어머니 아버지가 이걸 읽을 수도 있으니까 아니면 들을 수도 있으니까 간단하게 하나만 적을게요. 엄마 아빠 저를 이 자리까지 올 수 있게 해주셔서 아니 애초에 저를 낳아주시고 키워주셔서 진심으로 감사드립니다. 엄마 아빠의 사랑과 희생이 없었더라면 오늘의 저는 여기 없었을 거예요. 진짜 엄마 아빠의 끝없는 지지와 격려 덕분에 힘든 시기도 이겨낼 수 있었고 지금 이 순간까지 올 수 있었어요. 진심으로 사랑해요. 그리고 애초에 여기다 다 못 적긴 했지만 이 종이 어떻게 써가요 이거를. 엄마 아빠 저를 이렇게 다 가르치고 키워주셨는데 이걸 종이 쪼가리에 쓰긴 너무 아깝잖아요. 진짜 제가 이렇게 클 수 있었던 건 엄마 아빠 덕분이고 사랑하고 이제 누나 차례죠. 예, 누나는 나에 대해서 안 썼지만 나도 안 썼어. 안 쓰긴 안 썼는데 그래도 얘기는 할게. 진짜 누나 덕분에 내가 이렇게 클 수 있었고 솔직히 누나 없었으면 내가 어떻게 이렇게 컸겠어. 싸가지 없을 수도 있었고 나쁘게 자랐을 수도 있는데 일단 누나를 보고 크면서 나도 많이 배우고 잘 컸던 것 같아. 고맙고 사랑해. Thank you. That's all.
Isabella, you ready?
Okay, so well, how can I start? Okay, so as most of you may know, this is not the first time I've done this. This is the second and hopefully the last one. These have been the craziest and toughest 2 years of my short life. I don't really have much to say, but first I want to thank my parents and my family for making this happen again. Okay? I want to thank Gia Diaz and Andrea Romero for being my first real friends here and for always having my back. I want to thank all my teachers for showing me and teaching me things that will help me for the rest of my life. And I want to thank all those people who in one way or another helped me to adapt in this school and that are the reason why I decided to stay here. Today, we stand on the edge of something new, something that might terrify us or make us excited, but at least that's how we know that we're humans. Wait, I got lost. So let's take a look back to the moments that built us, the friendships that shaped us, and the laughter that carried us through even in the hardest days. For these past 2 weeks, I've been thinking, wow, we're never gonna say, I don't wanna come to school anymore. And now we're gonna say, oh, I don't wanna go to college. And that made me realize that we don't actually hate school. Maybe we complain about homework, how long school days are, but at the end of the day, we have to remember that we'll never be in school again. It's a stage in our lives that will disappear in a few minutes. We'll never be in the same classroom again, laughing or complaining or sleeping or getting upset about something. We'll never walk through the same hallways again or see our teachers, but it's something that we can't avoid. It's something that was simply going to happen at some point, and that day finally arrived. This is the end of everything, but it's also the start of everything. The start of a new stage in our lives. that will challenge us and push us to grow in ways that we never expected. So the only thing left for us is to embrace this moment and walk into the unknown with confidence. Thanks, class of 2025.
Alejandro, come on up.
It's unreal to say we finished, but we did. It's unreal to say no more school, but there is no more. It's unreal to say no more homework, but there is no more. It's unreal to say goodbye to your friends, but you're not seeing them in a really long time. It's unreal to say that you're never seeing a class with your teachers again, but you're actually not going to. Everything about graduating is unreal. And yes, finally the day has arrived. The day in which a new chapter of my life opens up and another one closes down. I don't know where to start off. Leaving this school does not only mean meeting new people, having classes in another classroom, or changing environments. No. This means changing my whole daily routine that I've had for 10 years straight. It is a really difficult step that, thankfully, I'm ready to take. When I first entered this school in 3rd grade, I met one guy that was very welcoming with me and with everyone he met. He was called Amjad. I became his friend. Then in 4th grade, I met Braulio, who also became really close to me. Since that year, the 3 of us became best friends, and until this day, we still are. Amjad always making us laugh at everything he does, sometimes for his facial expressions, and sometimes when he lies for no reason. Braulio always being loyal to me in everything, despite any circumstance. Both of them became my brothers. Cuando entré a este colegio en 3er grado, conocí a un compañero que me recibió muy bien y era muy amable con todos los que conocía. Se llamaba Amjad. Me hice amigo suyo, luego en 4º grado conocí a Braulio, quien también se hizo muy amigo mío. Desde ese momento, los 3 nos hicimos mejores amigos. Y hasta el día de hoy lo seguimos siendo. Amjad siempre haciéndonos reír con todo lo que hacía, a veces por sus expresiones faciales y a veces cuando mentía sin motivo. Y Braulio siempre fue leal conmigo en todo, sin importar las circunstancias. Ambos se convirtieron en mis hermanos. I also have to mention many other friends like Andrea, who have always been there for me when I've needed advice, making me smile whenever I felt sad or confused. Fabiana always helping me with what I needed, being a really giving person and putting others before herself. Daniela, Meme, and Maria for guiding me whenever I felt lost. Isabella for tolerating my annoyance. And Minjun for always making me see the positive side in everything. I'm never going to forget any of you. And how can I forget my teachers? I feel so grateful for all those years of education and learning. I feel they have prepared me for the world in many aspects. They became my second parents, people I trust with my eyes closed. I want to thank Mr. Barrios for always taking care of me when I needed, despite me being a very accident-prone person. Thanks to Ms. Sinaí for always being so nice to me, making me feel like her own son. Thanks to Mr. Moreno for always being so flexible and patient. Thanks to Ms. Yuri for being with me in every step of my trumpet journey. Thanks to Mr. Wendell for always focusing on what we were interested in and making it fun. Thanks to Ms. Mabi and Ms. Diana for all those challenging years of tutoring. Thanks to Ms. Nelson for making me laugh every time and for taking my gum away every single day. Thanks to all of my teachers that have been there for me all of these years. I am never going to forget any of you. Quiero agradecer a mi familia, a mi papá, a mi mamá, a mis hermanos, por responder a todas mis preguntas y ayudarme en lo que pudieron. Son lo más importante en mi vida. Primero empezando por Fernandito, mi hermano, el nene, siempre sacándome una sonrisa a pesar de tener el peor día. A mi otro hermano, Giancarlo, a Carlito, por siempre jugar conmigo desde chiquito, todo lo que vivimos juntos, siempre estando a mi lado cuando nadie quería estar conmigo, cuando nadie quería jugar conmigo, cuando nadie quería hacer nada y me sentía solo, siempre tenía él a mi lado. Mi papá, de ser un padre duro y que difícil de tratar a veces, es una de las personas más importantes de mi vida, por no decir la mejor, y lo quiero demasiado, lo amo. Y mi mamá, bueno, ¿qué más puedo decir? Mi mamá, todo lo mejor de este mundo, me ha ayudado en todos los aspectos, ha sido la persona más importante en mi vida, ayudándome en todo lo que he necesitado y de verdad te amo. Bueno, para finalizar, I feel grateful, sad, happy, confused, excited. As you can see, my head is all over the place. All I can say is thank you. I'm never going to forget this place and the people in it. As my mom once said, when you grow up, you'll probably forget many of your memories, but the ones that always stay are the ones you had in school. Thank you.
Maria, come on up.
I'm sorry, I can't see. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Today brings a moment we've only ever dreamed of. We've worked hard for this, and I, for one, am really excited. However, something confusing happens because while I can't wait to leave, I can't truly ever do so. A part of me, in my heart and in my mind, will always be here at CIPLC because it's where I grew up. It's where I learned the most valuable lessons, where I learned that sharing is caring in kindergarten. It's where I was told about periods in elementary. It's where I was told about the intricacies of friendship in middle school, and it is where I learned to be excited about what life had to offer in high school. To my teachers who challenged me, inspired me to be a better person, and sometimes made me want to quit, thank you. Because even if, in the moment, I thought I was going to die, I know, dramatic, you made sure that I succeeded and grew to be a better person and a better student. Though this chapter is ending, everything that I got from it will move along with me onto the next. And I cannot be but proud of the person who is moving on and of those who are doing so with me. This isn't goodbye because endings are also beginnings. So let's step forward with courage, gratitude, and excitement for the future. To all of you who are here, graduating with me today, I will always cherish the memories we've created together, and I will always be there for you when you need it, even if we're miles apart. I hope you'll reach out. I will be rooting for every one of you. Follow your dreams, and don't let anyone make you believe you're anything other than extraordinary. To all of those friends I've made throughout the years, those who share the same graduation year but are elsewhere in the world, and those who are in different grades than me but have made me laugh and love in ways I never imagined, I love you and I miss every one of you already. And finally, and most importantly, I stand here not just because of my own efforts, but because of the unwavering support of my parents, brothers, and family overall. Yo sé que no soy muy buena con las palabras. Puedo escribir poemas, historias, pero no puedo hablarle así de fácil cuando se trata de emociones. Gracias a mis papás y a mi familia por siempre apoyarme y ser mi guía en lo difícil que es la vida. Ahora me estoy graduando y todo es posible gracias a ustedes, a la perseverancia y la echada para adelante que siempre me enseñaron a través de sus propias acciones. De verdad, gracias. Y gracias a mis hermanos David y Jesús, porque aunque no están aquí y no me acuerdo de sus propias graduaciones, yo sé sé que está muy orgulloso de mí y está muy feliz de que me estoy graduando. Y sé que no va a ser contigo, pero en verdad los quiero. And everyone who is watching me complete this chapter in my life, I thank you because you were part of it, and I cannot but hope and pray that you're part of the next one too. Gracias a todos los que están aquí viendo este capítulo de mi vida terminar. Les doy gracias, les agradezco por ser parte de esto y espero que puedan ser parte del siguiente. Gracias.
Andrea, please come up.
Friends, family, faculty, and fellow graduates. As I stand here, I'm filled with many emotions, one overwhelming feeling of gratitude. This moment isn't just mine. It belongs to everyone who helped me get here. First and foremost, to my family. Mamá, papá, gracias por su amor incondicional, por todo su apoyo en cada paso. Mami, por quedarte conmigo todas las noches repasando que era un deber y un derecho. Y por más que no entendía qué era, siempre estuviste ahí para mí. Pa, por preguntarme todos los días las tablas de multiplicar, que aún no me sé algunas, pero siempre fuiste mi base y el mejor profesor de matemáticas. A mi madrina, gracias por ser mi segunda madre, por siempre estar ahí en cada proyecto y en cada maqueta. A mi Pochi, que obviamente no puede estar acá, gracias por traerle amor y alegría a mi casa. Por siempre recibirme con tu colita de helicóptero y listo para que te rascara la barriga. A mi abuela, que sé que está ahí arriba celebrando este día tan importante. Quiero decirte que lo logré. A mis dos hermanitos, Wolfgang y Miguel, gracias por siempre contestar todas mis llamadas cuando los necesité. Sé que puedo ser un poco intensa, pero gracias por siempre estar para mí. A mi negro, que no sé dónde está. Gracias por ser mi compañero, mi confidente y enseñarme lo que es una amistad. To our amazing teachers, thank you for sharing your knowledge, challenging our minds, and guiding us through countless lessons. We're truly richer because of your dedication and love. And then there are my friends, who truly became my second family. Each of you have taught me something invaluable. Minjun, Michino, you taught me that life is too short to be angry and that we must be happy and enjoy every moment. Thank you for that joy and that contagious love, for those super crunchy grapes, and for teaching me to love the Korean sausages you brought every lunch. Maria, my drama queen, you always remind me that no matter how much we want to help others, we always go first. Our emotions are valuable, and it's okay to cry. We are humans, and we have the right to feel. Being vulnerable doesn't make you weak. Your wisdom is something I'll carry forever. Braulio, Luki. You taught me that it's okay to sleep one day in class, that sometimes you need to give yourself a break and just enjoy. Thank you for the reminder to breathe and just be yourself. That school is a big part of your life, but sometimes you need to have a balance and also create a life outside of school. Isa, mi chica dembow. Your incredible energy has always reminded me the importance of doing what you love every single day.
You taught me that if you want something, you need to work for it and get it. You don't have to wait for anyone. You just have to do it for yourself. Amjad. Bro, you taught me the importance of happiness. Always with that big smile on your face, making everyone around you have the same energy that you have. I've learned the importance of being happy and loving those who are around you because of you. That life is too short and that you always need to fight for your happiness. Fabiana. From you, I've learned that no matter how many times we go down and we touch the floor, we can always stand up one more time. To always keep going, no matter how hard are the challenges that we are facing. Alejandro. Cookie, you taught me the importance of friendship, that it's okay to ask for advice whenever you need it, that music is a good way to let go, and that parties are a great place to bond with the ones you love. Always remember that I will forever be your love psychologist. Meme, mi pata loca. My sister from another mother. I've learned that friendship does endure over time. Almost 14 years of this amazing friendship that I would never change for anything in this world. That boyfriends come and go, but sisters will never go. And last but not least, Daniela, mi flaca. I'm so grateful for having a twin sister in my classroom. My rock, who was always by my side no matter what. Thank you for everything, for being there in every laugh, in every tear, and in every hard obstacle, always being my biggest fan. As we step into the next chapter, let's remember the lessons learned, the love shared, and the bonds forget. I'm so proud of you all. Los amo.
Daniela, come on up.
Standing at the threshold of a new life, one can't help but think about what used to be your home. In fact, as Meme has been counting down the days to this moment, I couldn't help but mourn everything I thought I was leaving behind. The country that saw my sister and mine share birth. The house that always smelled of a freshly lit candle and where the barbecue was always sizzling. The one that protected her innocence as her childhood slipped between her fingers. The family that wouldn't be a couple of meters away from me anymore. The friends and teachers who have allowed me to construct my character. It was so easy to think about the things I would change. And yet, the more I thought about what was staying behind, I realized that in some way or another, I was taking everything with me. I soon realized that I was already a mosaic of everything and everyone in my life, and that regardless of where I went, whenever the sun hit me just right, your colors, merged together with my experiences, would illuminate my way. Mamá, papá, lo logramos. Yo dije que no iba a llorar. Mami, de ti he aprendido el valor de la gentileza y la empatía. Que sentir el dolor de las personas es aceptar tu propia humanidad. Y que saber de dónde vienes es quizás más importante que saber a dónde vas. Créeme que aunque me tengas que decir las cosas varias veces, aunque antes de que saque los zapatos del bolso, cada palabra tuya retumba en mis oídos todos los días. Papi, de ti aprendí que la determinación verdaderamente mueve montañas, que prestar una mano de ayuda no te cuesta nada y que a veces lo único que podemos hacer es dar un paso atrás, respirar y volver a empezar. Cuando era pequeña soñaba con ser tan alta como tú. Y ahora que todavía me llevas media cabeza y no creo que crezca más, sueño con ser tan buena persona como tú. A los dos, gracias y los amo. Mi André, eres el mejor regalo de cumpleaños que pude haber pedido. Te admiro profundamente. Y a veces no puedo evitar callarme, observarte y agradecer que estoy en la órbita de tu grandeza. Cada día intento ser tan gentil como tú, tan empática como tú, tan talentosa como tú, tan humana como tú. Aunque técnicamente yo sea la hermana mayor por 5 minutos. Tú me has protegido de tantas cosas al crecer que no sé quién cuido más de la otra. Te amo. Tiara, no te veo, pero eres mi segunda mamá y no sé cómo agradecerte por todo lo que has hecho por nosotras. Alicia, Miguelito, Tomás, ustedes también son mi familia y los tres me han mostrado que nunca estaré sola. Los amo mucho también. Class of 2025, you have taught me so much. Meme, 14 años no son suficientes para empezar a entender tu esplendor, tu creatividad, tu valentía al ver algo en el mundo que no está bien y arreglarlo en vez de aceptar una injusticia. Desde hace años nos llaman trillizas y no puedo estar más feliz de tenerte como hermana. Mari, your passion and sense of justice enhance everything you touch, and I love seeing your perspective, always so direct, so honest, and deeply human, and often so different from my own. Minjun, there's not a soul purer than yours, not a laugh more contagious than yours, or sensibility more comforting than the one you show us every day, because you're not scared to notice other people's bad days and make them better. Amjad, I've admired you since 7th grade when you pulled out adjectives I didn't even know existed. Your voice is so powerful, and your sense of family, duty, and love are precious. Braulio, you're one of the greatest athletes I know, but you're also one of the best people I know. I'm constantly in awe of your effortless genius, your problem-solving skills, as well as your ability to fall asleep anywhere. Ale, your calm resolve in the face of adversity is truly inspiring, as your strength shines through the fact that you refuse to stop showing up for us and for yourself, regardless of the obstacles in front of you. Fabi, your strong sense of justice, as well as your disposition to always lend a helping hand and speak when people are too scared to do so, is admirable. Isa, you have taught us the true meaning of resilience and determination, as well as what it means to defy all odds and come out stronger. Teachers and staff, I must admit that on many occasions, I would come up with questions for you just to hear your answers, because it seemed like you knew everything about everything. And I wanted to know everything about everything. So I asked, and I asked, and I asked until I was afraid to raise my hand because I thought you were not going to call on me anymore. But you did, even if my only question was why I got a 98 and not a 100. Thank you, not only for sharing your knowledge, but for teaching me the grace of not knowing all the answers and the inevitability of mistakes. To all of you, thank you for making me who I am, for gifting me little pieces of your essence, and my only hope is that even a fraction of who I am will make the cut of your future, because I know little parts of you will be a part of mine. Thank you.
This possibility of allowing each of the students to speak is pretty special and pretty unique for CIPLC. But this graduation ceremony is centuries old. We deal with a lot of symbolism in this ceremony. The robes that you are wearing right now date back to the fact that the original scholars, the original professors, were usually priests, and they had their priestly gowns. The caps that you have in your head have two meanings. One, the rectangular shape symbolizes books and knowledge, and you carry that on your head. This is the knowledge that you carry with you. It's also called a mortar board, and a mortar board is something that a mason uses with a mortar as they're building walls that are strong, walls that will stay, walls that are built by expertise. And the things that you wear around your neck, the stoles, all of you have the gold stoles that come with high school. And that symbolizes, the stole is the weight of your responsibilities. You have an education and you have a responsibility to take it forth with you into the future. For those of you who have Honor Society stoles, there is an additional weight on your shoulders. You are excellent scholars, you are leaders, you are community members, and you have that extra weight. It's not a free ride, you have a responsibility to carry this forward. We have 4 people also in this group who are wearing the gold honor cords to symbolize that they have earned highest academic honors, and that is something to be very proud of. This entire group is amazing. As you've seen, there's a lot of emotion here. These are good kids, they're smart kids, they're good athletes, and they feel. And I think in this world, maybe the last one is at least as important as anything else. We need people who feel. A last part of symbolism is the seniors, we're not graduated yet, the seniors will come up and pick 3 flowers for their families. We have 3 different colors. Red, of course, is the symbol of love. Yellow is the symbol of friendship, and white is the symbol for new beginnings. And I think those are 3 appropriate colors for the students to take to their families. So if you would come up now and take the flowers, you pick any group of 3, and then present them to your families. Students, I will be highlighting the fact that you are still seniors for the next few minutes as we do this transition. We're about to enter the part of the ceremony where I present the candidates. Mr. Gandra and I will be at the front here. Ms. Paula will call you up by name to receive your diploma. I'm going to ask you to stand and then stay standing until the last of you has received her diploma. Right?
Melanie Abuchedid. Meme has brought a uniquely creative and different perspective of the world to CIPLC since her arrival in 6th grade. Her deep way of thinking, often expressed with a touch of dark humor, has enriched her community for the past 7 years. We have seen her grow and actively leave meaningful footprints in our community thanks to her consistent involvement in Stuco and NHS. Meme now takes her distinctive vision to DePaul University, where she will pursue her passion as a film major. We're excited to see her stories, the stories she will tell. Congratulations, Meme. Braulio Alvarado. Braulio's intelligence and strong athletic profile have shone brightly since he first came in CIPLC in 4th grade. As a multiple MVP for our basketball and volleyball teams, his dedication and respectful demeanors have made him a valued member of the community, further evidenced by his consistent membership in NHS throughout his high school. Braulio is wearing the honors cord to show that he's graduating with the highest honors. Additionally, we have named Braulio as a superintendent scholar and present him with an award for academic excellence since he has maintained high honor status every single semester of his high school. Braulio is now set to bring his sharp mind and determined spirit to IE Business School, where he will major in business administration. Good luck, Braulio. Amjad Buhamdan. Kindness, respect, and a wonderful sense of humor have defined Amjad's presence at CIPLC since pre-kindergarten. A true people person with a big heart and a strong sense of justice. He has been a cherished member of our community for 14 years. He has consistently embodied the values of our school as a leader, specifically an NHS member. He is now embarking on his journey at IE Business School, where he will study law. Congratulations, Amjad. Fabiana Cipriani. Fabiana's responsible nature, dedication, and persevering spirit have made her a remarkable leader since she started at CIPLC in 7th grade. Her big heart and strong sense of justice have guided her impactful involvement in both NHS and Stuco, culminating in her presidency of Stuco. Fabiana is wearing the honors cord to show that she's graduating with the highest honors. Now she's ready to channel her drive and leadership at George Washington University, well, she will major in political science. Congratulations, Fabi. Minjun Kim. Minjun's kind, polite, and respectful nature, coupled with his big heart, has made him a cherished member of CIPLC community since 5th grade. As he concludes his time with us, Minjun is preparing for a significant chapter as he attends Korean military services. We extend our deepest respect and wish him strength, courage, and well-being. Isabela Nava. Isabella's polite and cheerful demeanor, combined with her easygoing nature and perseverance, has made her a positive presence at CIPLC since she joined our community 2 years ago. As she graduates, Isabella is ready to continue her growth at Universidad Católica Andrés Bello, where she will major in journalism. We're eager to see her bright spirit and determination shine. Congratulations, Isabella. Alejandro Rincón. Easygoing, respectful, and sweet, Alejandro has also shown remarkable resilience since he joined us at CIPLC in 3rd grade. He was a fundamental part of our sports teams, always bringing his commitment and positive attitude. Alejandro now embarks on his university journey at Universidad Santa Maria, where he will focus on civil engineering. We wish him all the best as he builds his future. María Rodríguez. Maria's strong sense of justice and equality has made her a powerful voice at CIPLC since she was a little gecko in pre-kinder. A dedicated defender of her beliefs and thoughts, she has demonstrated her leadership through her involvement in both Stuco and NHS. Maria is wearing the honors cord to show that she's graduating with highest honors. Additionally, we named Maria as a superintendent scholar and present her with an award for academic excellence, since she has maintained high honor status every single semester of high school. Maria is now ready to channel her passion and drive at Louisiana State University, where she will major in environmental engineering. Congratulations, Maria. Andrea Suárez. Andrea's creative spirit and magical talent for drawing have brought beauty and inspiration to the CIPLC community since she joined us in 7th grade. Her charismatic and sweet nature, combined with her polite demeanor, has endeared her to many. Andrea is now taking her artistic and thoughtful mind to Syracuse University, where she will major in industrial design. Daniela Suarez. Daniela, who joined the CIPLC community in 7th grade, has made a significant impact with her strong leadership, big heart, sweet nature, perseverance, and dedication. As NHS president this year, she has demonstrated exceptional commitment and care for our community. Daniela is wearing the honors cord to show that she's graduating with highest honors. Additionally, we named Daniela as a superintendent scholar and present her with an award for academic excellence. Daniela is now prepared to embark on her studies at Brown University, where she will major in biomedical engineering. Congratulations, Daniela.
Our school's mission is to inspire students to develop a lifelong passion for learning and social responsibility while teaching them to think critically and give effective communication skills. Congratulations, seniors. As you can tell, this is a special group of students. We've enjoyed working with them. We've enjoyed watching them grow up. We'll be sad to see you go, but we're also excited to see you go, because we know that for you, when you go, you'll be entering a new phase of your life and you'll be doing new challenges, and we think you're going to have a good impact on this world. So congratulations to the 10 of you. Mario, board members, Roraima, PTO officers, parents, and community, Ms. Powell and I have verified that these fine young people have completed all of the requirements necessary to receive a diploma and graduate from high school. Our last act of symbolism is to move your tassels from the right to the left-hand side so that it will be closer to your heart. So go ahead right now and move them to the left-sided. Mario, community, I am pleased to present you with the graduates of the class of 2025. Congratulations. All right, the ceremony is officially over. You're welcome to stay and mingle with friends and families, and then I know you have a place to go after this. Congratulations, everybody.
Written in these walls are the stories that I can't explain. I leave my heart open, but it stays right here empty for days. She told me in the morning she don't feel the same about us in her bones. Seems to me that when I die, these words will be written on my stone. And I'll be gone, gone tonight. The ground beneath my feet is open wide. The way that I've been holding on too tight, with nothing in between. The story of my life, I take her home, I drive all night to keep her warm in time. It's frozen. The story of my life, I give her hope, I spend her love until she's broke inside. change. Leave my heart open, but it stays right here in its cage. I know that in the morning now, see us in the light upon the hill. Although I am broken, my heart is untamed still. And I'll be gone, gone tonight. Fire beneath my feet is burning bright. The way that I've been holding on so tight, with nothing in between. The story of my life, I'll take her home. I'll drive all night to keep her warm in time. It's frozen. The story of my life, I give her hope. I spend her love until she's broke inside. The story of my life. And I've been waiting for this time to come around. But baby, running after you is like chasing the clouds.